Dark leafy greens, those lush, earthy-tasting powerhouses like spinach, kale, and chard, aren't just the stuff of salads and green smoothies. They're full-blown molecular strategists, and at the heart of their cellular diplomacy is folate, a humble B vitamin with a starring role in the integrity of your DNA. Far from just being good for you, folate is your genome's day planner, spell checker, and repair technician all rolled into one. Without it, your DNA replication becomes clumsy, your repair systems start tripping over themselves, and your cells become a little too comfortable living on the biochemical edge. Let's start with the basics. Folate, also known as vitamin B9, is a critical coenzyme in the 1-carbon cycle, which feeds directly into the synthesis of nucleotides, the building blocks of DNA and RNA. No folate, no timidine. And without thymidine, cells start to get creative and substitute uracil into DNA, which is a major faux pas in the genetic world. This mistake sets off a chain of DNA repair alarms and often leads to strand breaks when the cell tries to fix the issue. In this way, folate deficiency doesn't just slow cell division, it actively causes DNA damage. Luckily, dark leafy greens are folate-rich enough to keep your nucleotide pool well-stocked and your chromosomal architecture intact. But folate isn't just about making DNA, it's about editing it properly. Through its active form, 5-methyltetrahydrofolate, folate donates methyl groups to homocysteine, converting it into methionine and ultimately fueling the production of acetylmethionine, SAM, the universal methyl donor. Why does this matter? Because SAM is what cells use to perform DNA methylation, a regulatory mechanism that determines which genes are turned on and off. Proper methylation is essential for cellular identity, detoxification, neurodevelopment, and, perhaps most importantly, for suppressing genes that promote tumor formation. In a world of epigenetic noise, folate is the quiet force that makes sure your genetic soundtrack plays in tune. The link between folate and cancer prevention is especially striking. In folate-rich conditions, DNA replication proceeds smoothly, repair pathways function optimally, and methylation patterns are kept in check. But when folate is deficient or poorly metabolized, as can happen with MTHFR gene variants, everything begins to unravel, literally. Cells accumulate mutations, repair is less efficient, and methylation becomes erratic. That's the biochemical equivalent of letting a toddler run your filing system. Unsurprisingly, low folate status has been associated with increased risks of colorectal, cervical, and pancreatic cancers. On the flip side, populations with high folate intake from natural foods, particularly leafy greens, tend to have lower rates of DNA instability and better long-term cellular health. And then there's the repair angle. Folate supports the expression of repair genes involved in base excision repair, BER, the pathway that fixes small, oxidative DNA lesions before they spiral out of control. By keeping your cells well supplied with nucleotides and methyl donors, folate ensures that these repair crews can respond quickly and efficiently. No waiting for parts, no bureaucratic delays. This makes folate-rich greens especially valuable in high-stress environments where DNA damage is frequent, such as during inflammation, aging, or exposure to environmental toxins. Even better, folate in food form, as opposed to synthetic folic acid, comes bundled with other DNA-supportive compounds like lutein, chlorophyll, magnesium, and polyphenol. Spinach, for example, brings in antioxidants that shield DNA from oxidative damage. Kale offers indoles and glucosinolates that modulate detox enzymes. Swiss chard throws in iron and vitamin C for bonus redox stability. It's like the whole leafy team shows up with backup. So while dark leafy greens might seem like the obligatory side dish or the thing you toss into a smoothie to feel virtuous, they're actually doing backstage work to maintain your genetic integrity, promote proper gene expression, and reduce your lifetime risk of mutational mischief. One plate of greens might not change the world, but it just might help your cells avoid a genomic meltdown. Bottom line, folate doesn't wear a cape, but when it comes to DNA synthesis, methylation, and repair, it's undeniably super. And the best source isn't a pill. It's a bunch of vibrant, chlorophyll-packed leaves sitting quietly in your fridge, ready to help your body build, correct, and protect itself, one forkful at a time.